Hey guys, how's it going? So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the gun bunch tight end formation out of the Indianapolis Colts playbook. I chose this formation because I think it's a very unique formation that's definitely tapered off this year with the introduction of the pistol bunch tight end, which everybody knows about. It's a very common formation online and in tournaments and whatnot. But I think a lot of people forgot about the gun bunch tight end, and I think it does have some qualities that the pistol doesn't have that kind of separate it and make it unique from the pistol and warrant it being run and not just completely forgotten about because of the pistol bunch tight end. So personnel wise, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have your fastest or best route runner in the middle slot receiver position. So for the Colts, that's T.Y. Hilton. I like putting my biggest threat on the outside. So for the Colts, that's Dante Moncrief. You could also put you could put Dwayne Allen at tight end and Kobe Fleener out there if you wanted to, but I think Moncrief does just fine. Kobe Fleener at tight end, and then your next best receiver on that inside slot position for the Colts, I have Hakeem Nicks. You might wonder why I don't start Reggie Wayne. Pretty much Hakeem Nicks and Reggie Wayne have, for the most part, the same stats across the board, except Nicks actually has better catch in traffic and better beat press or release, whereas Wayne just has better awareness, which I don't think is that big of a deal. So just a little side note as to why I start Nicks over Wayne. So jump right into it. The first play I'm going to go over is the X play, the Indy bunch. It's pretty much like a poor man's Y trail. You pretty much read the drag by Moncrief, the in route by Hilton, and then you've got the in route, the deep dig by Hakeem Nicks, and you've got Bradshaw in the flat as a little check down. So very basic, beats man, can beat zone if you make the right read. I'll run it a few times for you guys here. And right there, Andrew Luck overthrew Dante Moncrief. But he did have some separation on his drag route. Something you can do, since later on in the scheme I use motion for one of the plays, what you can do is you can motion him one step and then hike it just to kind of make it look the same so that they won't be able to catch on to what you're running and make just to keep your opponent guessing and make everything in the scheme look the same. That's the whole goal. But very safe play. Just making reads. Pretty much you're always either going to hit the drag or the in route, and you won't really bust huge gains off of it unless you break a tackle or if they send like an all-out blitz and you have a lot of separation. But it's a very consistent 5 to 10 yard gain if you make the right reads. Right there, Hakeem Nicks got leveled by Terrell Suggs, but that 90 catch in traffic came in handy. So since we're here, I'm going to go over the quick audibles. The quick pass audible is mesh. And that's another great thing about this formation. It has really good formation audibles in my opinion. So the quick audible is mesh, and pretty much you're just going to read Nicks to the flat. If he's open, go ahead and throw it. Just be careful you don't throw that too quick and it get jumped, because if it gets jumped and picked off, it's a pick six. You're going to read the drag routes by Hilton and Fleener. And then you've got Moncrief on the corner. I would pretty much only throw that if it's like man to man. And then you've got Bradshaw in the flat as a check down. So pretty basic route combo. Right there, Luck kind of threw it behind Hilton, so he only got 5 yards, but he had a lot of separation on his man right there. Right there, nobody's in the flat. Go ahead and just throw that and try to get upfield. It works better if you have a more elusive guy right there. Unfortunately, the Colts, unless you want to put like Josh Cribbs right there, which I don't want to. But so you have to settle for Hakeem Nicks, who isn't the most elusive guy in the world. The run audible is the off tackle, which in this formation, there's only 2 runs. It's the off tackle and the draw, so I'd rather the off tackle. If this formation had like an inside zone or an 0-1 trap or something, it'd be so good. But the off tackle is serviceable. Just mix it in when your opponent's not respecting the run. Just kind of look for a hole, follow your blockers, try to get upfield. Nothing special, just something to mix in and keep your opponent off guard. The deep pass rather is tight end corner. And this is a really nice play. I really like this a lot. This is the play that I like to use motion in. It's a very diverse play in what you can do with the receiver on the left, Moncrief. There's pretty much 3 different things I'll do with him. I'll either leave him on that out route, and I'll run it for you guys. And what he'll do, he'll occupy the flat, so you have a nice like bench kind of concept with Moncrief and Hilton over there. So I'll run that for you guys. Right there was man-to-man, so I just hit the post route over the middle. Pretty much every route on this play beats man-to-man. You've got the two corner routes from Hilton and Fleener, and then you've got the post route over the middle by Nix. So if they're playing man, they're pretty much going to get roasted. They pretty much have to play zone against this play, and when they start playing zone, you just have to make the right reads. You have a lot of ways to beat zone. You've got Nix flashing over the middle, and then you've got Moncrief in the flat with Hilton running the corner behind him. You just got to make a read. In this case, it was man-to-man again. They hit Hilton on the corner route. So that's one way you can run it, is just leave everything the same pretty much. I'll run HB off tackle here since they're in goal line, and it's not really useful running a passing play just to get them out of that defense. Alright, so the second way you can run this play is to put Moncrief on a fade route. And what I like to do when I put Moncrief on a fade route is I'll motion him out until he stops and kind of sets, and then you snap it. And pretty much the reason I do that is for the one-on-one user catch option out there. Against man-to-man, I could have probably thrown it right there, or against zone. It just gives your opponent something to think about. Gives you another option, since a lot of all the other routes on this play are really good, the two corners and the post. And so it just adds something else your opponent has to think about when trying to stop the scheme. They have to think about, oh god, I might not be able to leave only one defender deep to the left, since he might motion out that receiver and try to user catch on me. I have to put two people. He might have to start manning somebody up on him and having a deep zone over the top out of fear of you user catching, and that opens up other areas of the field. So I'll do that one more time for you guys. A pretty nice blitz. I wasn't able to get the ball off. I'll try that one more time. I'll try to get the user catch for you guys. Looks like they might be in two-man under here. Yeah. I wasn't going to be able to do it in two-man under. That's pretty much the counter to the user catch, is they start calling two-man under, because you get press coverage at the line of scrimmage and you have a safety over the top. But if they call two-man under against tight end corners, you have so many man-beating routes, they're not going to be able to do it. And then the play action audible is PA all cross, and I'll pretty much leave everything the same. You can, if you want, you can drag Fleener, just to have someone going kind of the opposite way of the play, so they can't completely disregard the left side of the field. I will do that every now and then, or you can leave them on the flat zone. That kind of helps open up Nix and Hilton as they cross the field. It's really your choice. I'll run it both ways for you guys. Right there. The crossing routes will beat man literally every time. Pretty much all three, the shallow cross, the deep cross, and then even the post route by Moncrief will more times than not get inside position on his man, and you'll be able to throw that. And then against zone, you pretty much just have to make reads. A lot of times the short cross, the shallow cross by Nix will be open underneath the zones. And even if he's not, a lot of times as they cross the field, since if you have Fleener out in the flat over there, he'll draw the flat defender over, and you'll be able to hit either Nix or Hilton behind him. And so this is just a really, really good play. I like the play a lot. Pretty much if you make the right read, it's super difficult to stop. You pretty much have to stop yourself when you're running this play. Because if you make the right read, pretty much there's not much your opponent can do to try to slow you down. Pretty much has to hope. They pretty much have to try to get you to dump it off every single time and try to get like a fumble off of a big hit or a strip or something. So that's pretty much it for the formation audibles. So this is what I like to do. I come out in this play, the IND bunch, and then I'll have all these audibles are really good. Mesh, off tackle, tight end corner, and PA all cross are all really good audibles. So you have 5 good plays at your disposal at the line of scrimmage that you can switch from. And it's a really good scheme for that reason, because not a lot of it's hard to find a formation that has good formation audibles stock in the stock playbook if you don't want to use a custom or pause the game and change your audibles or whatever. So the other plays out of this formation that I really like, stick and X spot are 2 good, like nice little short yardage plays. Pretty much the same concept mostly. Stick and X spot. X spot I'll run for you guys. Something kind of cute that you can do if you really want to. This Moncrief route, if you motion him out and then motion him back in, if it's zone, he'll kind of pause and you can throw it really quick and try to get upfield for, it's just like a quick pass if it's 3rd and short or something. And if it's something you haven't shown your opponent yet, when you motion him out, he might think it's the tight end corner. And then when you motion him back in, he'll kind of be like, okay, I don't know what's coming right now. And you just kind of throw that. And a lot of times against zone, nobody will be right there since the other routes will clear it out for you. Against man-to-man, you're not going to be able to throw it. You're going to have to look for either the corner route from Hilton or the corner post by Fleener. So just be careful not to just blindly throw this and get it picked off, because it will happen if you're not paying attention. See right there, it was against man-to-man, so I had to throw the corner route. And I just realized I didn't go over the third way to run tight end corner, so I'll show that to you guys now. So the first way was leave it the same. The second way was putting Moncrief on the fade and motioning him out. Third way is putting him on a drag and motioning him out. And pretty much use the same motion so that they can't tell if it's the fade or the drag. And pretty much it just gives you another read over the middle of the field. It comes kind of late as like more of a middle of the field check down kind of route, more so than anything. So you pretty much, when you want to do that, you read the corners and the post route by Nix, and then if none of that's open, you try to check it down to Moncrief. And right there, I made a terrible throw. I waited way too long for that. But yeah, so that's the third way you run that. And then the little X spot, the cute little X spot route, you can try to fit that in short yard situations. And I think there's one or two other plays that I like out of this formation. Let's see. Yes. The inside switch play. The Y play. At the play call screen, it looks like it's just like a slant, a little hitch route, and then you got the flat, and then the corner flat on the right side. But that slant route's actually more of a post route, which is really nice. So I'll pretty much run this stock. And you've got two flat routes attacking the flats. I really like attacking the flats because a lot of people, that's the first adjustment they make, is they change the flat zone defender's assignment. They might man them up or put them in a buzz zone or put them in a hook zone or something. And so you can catch your opponent off guard a lot by hitting the flats. So you have two nice flat routes that hit the flat really quick. And you've got the corner by Fleener, and you've got the nice route combo over the middle with Hilton sitting down underneath and then Moncrief coming behind him. And you just have to read if they sit down on Hilton, and then you hit Moncrief. And obviously if they sink back to try to stop the post by Moncrief and leave Hilton open, go ahead and hit Hilton. So I'll run this for you guys right there. That was a terrible read. I thought he was dropping back, and that's what I was talking about earlier. If you blindly throw the flat route without being sure that there's no flat defender, he gets picked off. Like, that was a pick six right there. So that was a terrible read. Don't do what I just did. Right there was no flat route, flat defender. That's when you want to throw the flat route, not the first play, that play. So then, right there, that's the other flat route. And a lot of times, even if there's a flat defender out there with that route, because of the way it's kind of angled towards the sideline, you can catch it and get upfield and still get about 5 yards. And even if you spin or if you break a tackle or something, make somebody miss, you can get huge gains just out of hitting him in the flat. Right there, it was man-to-man. Tried to throw the corner out, but Kobe Fleener dropped it. But yeah, just not much to say about the reads on this play. Just right there, the linebacker sank back too far. He just hit Hilton. So always go flats to Hilton to Moncrief to Fleener. Pretty much only look at Fleener if it's I only look at Fleener if I see that it's man-to-man, and then I know Fleener should probably get open on his corner route. So right there, it was man-to-man. Fleener's able to get nice separation. It works really well if you have an athletic tight end like Fleener. If they're slower or don't have very good route running, they might not get separation. If you throw that, it could get picked off. So just be careful when throwing that. And then the final play that ties it all together, I like one of these in every one of my formations that I run, is a slip screen. And it's just something that's really good. It makes your opponent not be able to like blitz and play super aggressive the entire game. And it just, a lot of times, especially in formations like these, when there's a bunch of receivers on one side of the field and they're concentrating a lot of resources to that side of the field to try to stop whatever you're doing over there, they'll forget about the backside screen, and that's where you can get huge yardage when they forget about it. Or if they're not ready for it, they have their user defender all the way to the left or something, if they're trying to like user press if they're trying to user press like Hilton or somebody, and then they're not able to make a play on the right side of the field. It's when you hit them with this. Right there. You just try to get upfield. I thought my blocker was going to keep going outside, but he ran up instead. And right there, Bradshaw kind of got caught up. But it's just one of those plays. Slip screens are very effective this year, so I think it's very important to mix them in. Right there, that was terrible by me. I don't know what I was doing. But, okay, so that was 4 failed slip screens in a row. But you guys get the idea. Slip screens are pretty effective this year online, or whenever you're playing ranked or MUT or whatever. So if your opponent's blitzing a lot, definitely look to mix in the slip screen. So that's pretty much it for this formation, guys. I probably went over about 7 or 8 plays. It's really good because you can come out in one of the plays that aren't formation audibles, and all 4 formation audibles are really nice plays. So you have a lot at your disposal at the line of scrimmage. This is a great like MUT formation where you can't change your audibles and have customs because it's stock Indianapolis playbook. You have a great formation, you have great formation audibles, and some great plays. So hope this was able to help you guys out. In the next video, I'll be breaking down a formation out of the Jacksonville Jaguars playbook. Haven't decided what formation it's going to be yet, but I'm going to be working on that as soon as possible, guys. So until next time, good luck and have a great day.